Good morning, everyone. This is Luciana Turner of the LT&A group, bringing you this morning's edition of Morning Tidbit. How are you doing? Well, if when you come through, please drop a comment in so I can acknowledge your presence. If you're catching this by the replay, hashtag replay, so I know that you stopped by. And welcome for day 51 of Morning Tidbit. Last night, we had a master's class on contracting terminology. We had some hiccups and, quite frankly, some distractions. My fault. I didn't put my phone on Do Not Disturb. But overall, I think it went well. However, being who I am, I'm doing the master class again tonight at 6 o'clock, still to my YouTube channel. So, um, please join me there and bring your questions. I would love to have your questions at that time. So, this morning, I want to talk about understanding strategy. While I was doing my class last night, I kind of walked into the area of how understanding the government's position on risk with each contract type um, it will make it will create a better strategy for you or make it easier for you to develop a bid and no bid strategy. That wasn't a part of my original content. And instead of fighting it, I just went along with it because apparently it was something that I needed to put to the atmosphere. But I spoke the other day about the government's aversion to risk. And contracting type is their way of shifting risk from themselves to contractors, sharing risk, etc. Understanding how these contracting vehicles are utilized to mitigate risk should be incorporated into your bid no bid proposal process. And being able to fully take advantage of that should give you that added edge that you need to make a wise and smart decision. Each agency releases a forecast of what they believe they're going to spend their money on in that government year. The forecasts typically come out in September, but they are available um, October 1st, which is the start of the government year. If you as a contractor, take the if out, you as a contractor should create or schedule a strategy session every year. Now, these forecasts are roughly 5 years, so that's just how the government do things. And it usually is the 4 year administration plus 1 year transition. So that's kind of where the 5 year comes from. Now, these forecasts can change from year to year, but the best thing about the forecast is you can see the type of work that they're planning to implement and when. And it will allow you for greater planning. So you know this year, 2 years from now, there's a contract coming out that you want to bid on. You now have a whole year to do some research. You can pull the old proposals for that work. You can do some pricing research to see how much it would cost or how much that proposal costs to do that work. You can see the contract award amounts as well, so you can kind of factor it into your revenue in the event that's winning. You can then look at the company who is the incumbent and measure yourself up against them. There's so many things that are included in that forecast, in so many ways you can utilize that forecast. It should be an integral part of your strategic planning for your organization. And a strategic plan is not stagnant. It is evolving. It is an organic document. It is an organic mapping to your company's success. So you don't create the plan and sit it to the side. And there's nothing wrong with changing the plan. It is just that it gives you direction. But a good person understands, or a good navigator understands, sometimes there are detours and you need to circumvent the original route and then get back onto that route. You don't stay on that route knowing the bridge is out. You take the detour. And that's what strategy allows you to do. It allows you to see the need to take a detour and then get back to the original route. And sometimes you have to stop and just totally remap. But that is the importance of understanding strategy and the role that it plays in your company. So that's all for this morning's edition of Tidbit. I'll see you tonight at 6 o'clock. Please bring your questions. I will answer as many of them as I can. You can actually email them to me at info@ltandagroup.com, or you can just post them in the chat box tonight. So I'll see you then. Have a great day. Be good to yourself. And remember, a stressed or worried mind cannot create. And if you cannot create, you cannot strategize. And if you can't strategize, you can't implement. Take time to be good to yourself. Therefore, I'll see you tomorrow morning, 7:30 a.m.